And welcome back indeed. Welcome back to Eurovision 365 on day two of rehearsals, which have been going on all day in Liverpool, in the Liverpool Arena, it's being called now. And there were 10 countries that took to the stage today. And that, of course, was we had Israel, Azerbaijan, Czechia, Czech Republic, the Netherlands, Finland, Denmark, Armenia, Romania, Belgium, and Cyprus have finished about an hour or so ago. And yes, there's a lot happening. So I'm going to, just like last night, I'm going to go through the rehearsals one by one. And these are photos mainly that have been supplied courtesy of the Eurovision TV. So also, I want you to get involved as well. So wherever you're watching this from, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook group, Facebook Eurovision 365 debate. I'm obviously broadcasting live on YouTube Eurovision 365 and the Facebook group Eurovision 365 debate. So please do share your thoughts as well. So already our friend Nathan Cassidy is already getting in on the act, and he's saying cha cha cha, cha 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 indeed. We'll be talking about Karia very soon, and of course ik Gakwel Nian Hermodui Inat hope us do our bra. So yes, wherever you're watching this from, whether you're on Facebook, what I want to say, if you're leaving a comment on the Facebook, you will be able to, if you're able to comment, please do. But also let your write in your name in the comments as well, because I won't know um, who's saying what unless you put your name on the comments. So yeah, broadcasting live, as I said, again, this is day two of rehearsals. I'm rubbing my hands in glee because there's been so much happening. Nian Yamor Bratak, and I'm excited actually. So let's go. So the first country, yeah, lots of positivity about Belgium today. Yeah, it's interesting that there is a lot of positivity about Belgium. I had said, I did say actually, whenever Gustav was selected, I was a bit surprised to be honest with you. I thought there were some more songs which may have been selected um, over over him, but I do think that Gustav and the performance and the song in particular is going to be very well received in Liverpool. And yeah. So hello, Cian calling. Cian is calling, of course, from Tipperary. You're very welcome as always. So let's not hang about. Let's go to the first. Uh, so let's go to the first of today, and that was Israel. So these photos are, of course, courtesy of Eurovision TV. As I said before I go through this, please do, if you want to, if you're able to, comment as well. So it's not just me talking and doing the talking. So the first picture there you can see is there's so many nice bright colors of I was going to say Chanel. My goodness, Noah Carell, and you can see the second picture and the third picture and the fourth picture, and of course the fifth picture that really good. There's a lot of energy. She is very competent. She looks very relaxed. A lot of energy as well. And just bear with me a wee second, people. I'll just check on my oh yes. So can you all hear me now a bit better? I think there was a bit of issue there with the sound. Hopefully you can hear me a bit better now. So sorry about that. So in my excitement to get started, I I was actually uh, just getting ready for this live. So here we go. So here are the pictures again of Noah. What I said earlier on is I love the brightness. I love the color. I think that Noah is going to perform amazingly. She looks very confident on stage. She looks very excited to be there. And I think what's amazing is they are using a lovely prop that's because obviously we had Nata who won wearing the same kind of colour, and we had Bobby Sox who won back in 1985. So pinks, whites, and blacks do that combination seems to be lucky. So we're talking about Israel at the moment. So what are people saying here in the group about Israel? Let's have a look. Unicorn is a sure top five now, and it can win. Well, do you know what? I actually placed a bet on Noah and Israel at the weekend. I'm really glad I did because I got good odds for that. So she has to place in the top four, and I hope she does. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see Noah win. Actually, let's see. So what are we saying about Unicorn? I'm worried about wardrobe malfunction with Israel. Lots of things can break or fall out with that staging. Interesting. Let's see. Israel was my bottom five, sorry, product, but after seeing the rehearsal, it might be in my top 15. I wait to the second rehearsal to decide that. Great staging, but I just hate the song, sadly. Yeah, so whatever your thoughts are on this song and all the songs that we're going to talk about tonight, that is absolutely fine. I want to hear your views, so don't be afraid to share your thoughts on the performances that we've seen. And what I said last night as well, I think is true again today. What has been handled beautifully, I think, by the EBU and BBC this year is that we're only getting small snippets of the performances. We're only getting like a small amount of photographs, official photographs, and I think that's good because obviously performers need a bit of time to rehearse things, to get tweak things, and to get things perfect as they see it, in order to um, get the best result that they can. So Israel's song does nothing for me. I neither like or dislike it. It is interesting, just checking the odds here. Israel hasn't budged in the odds in terms of the placing. Israel, Noah, is currently seventh, although the winning chance has increased actually from yesterday. It was only 1% yesterday, but now it's up to 3. Wow, 3. But interestingly, Sweden, I think, was about 46-47% chance of winning yesterday, but that has actually dropped to 44. So interesting. Israel would probably be a drink break for me. Interesting. I'm sure I'll have plenty of drink breaks, not just for Israel, but there'll be a few drink breaks in between the songs, of course. So that is Israel. I would say what is happening is amazing for Noah. I think she is played and has played a blinder when it comes to these rehearsals. She's kept a very low profile, a bit like Chanel last year when she was selected for Spain. Yes, she did a couple of pre-parties, but then she went to America, if you remember, for a little bit before the Eurovision, and then came back and wowed us all, I think, with an amazing performance in Turin. And I do think that Noah is set to give Israel another fantastic result. So that was Israel, and then let's move on to Azerbaijan and Tehran. So as I'm going through this, please let me know your thoughts on Tehran in Azerbaijan, or from Azerbaijan. So here are some of the photographs. Again, we are sharing these, or I'm sharing these, courtesy of Eurovision.tv. Okay, so there's a first photograph there. They've got colourful suits for sure. But what I've seen from the photographs and the small snippet is that it's kind of there, but it's not amazing. It's not wowing me from what I've seen. It's kind of very low key, very quiet kind of number. And looking at the stage, and it looks kind of ordinary. That's a terrible word to use, isn't it? But it looks kind of ordinary for me. So, what Eurovision TV have been saying about Azerbaijan today is, let's see, they were saying, just bear with me, yeah. Yeah. So, Azerbaijan. Yeah. So what they were saying on Eurovision TV, after Israel bringing all the lights and camera action, this is joyfully low-key and charming. As you can see from the photographs there, Tyrell and Tehran are on a heart-shaped podium, and they're wearing those lovely suits. I quite like the suits actually. I think they're really, really cool. And of course, Alex Panay, who of course represented Cyprus in 1995 as a solo artist and again as a duo in 2000, is very heavily involved with the Azerbaijani entry this year. But I think it's one of those that's probably going to slip under the radar. Yeah, and what I can see from your comments there, Azerbaijan is a highly likely non-qualifier, Neon saying. And Nathan, you are echoing that as well. Poor Azerbaijan is the only country that I feel that hasn't a chance to qualify, sadly, because they're very talented musicians. I agree with that. I think they're very talented musicians. But I think unfortunately what Azerbaijan have tried to do this year is come up with a mishmash of different types of songs, different type of genres, with the hope that it would catch on in Liverpool. It feels like a song that was very deliberately made and created for the Eurovision because of where it was being hosted in. And it's a very different song for Azerbaijan, but I'd be very surprised to see it qualify. I was a little bit disappointed, I've got to be honest with you, when the staging was revealed today for what it is. So yeah, so that is Azerbaijan. That was Azerbaijan. And like I said, I do feel for Tehran. They seem like really nice guys. I was chatting to them very, very briefly. Having chatted to them very, very briefly in Amsterdam. They're very, very nice fellas, but I'd be very surprised to see that qualify. So up third today was Czech Republic, of course, and that was, of course, Vesna with My Sister's Crown. They're all wearing the same outfit. As you can see here, they're all dressed in pink. And just checking here, Czechia are currently 11th. They haven't really changed in terms of their odds at all. So obviously it's performed in a mix of English, Czech, even Bulgarian and Ukrainian. And of course it is a lot to cram into 3 minutes. I think my issue actually with the Czech Republic song, the Czechia song, is that it's vocally, for me, very, very messy. There's a lot going on. It's very loud. It's very messy. One of the singers, I think, is a little bit weaker than the other, like the main singer. And unfortunately, I think that detracts a little bit. I just don't. I won't be surprised, shall I say, if Czechia don't qualify this year. So here's some more outfits. Nathan, you say it's hard to stage that kind of. Whoops, sorry, wrong country. You're saying something about pink there. Yeah, Neon, you're saying you like Czechia's outfit, but I love that shade of pink. Yeah, it's all very uniformed, of course, and they have that long braiding in their hair, which I'm not sure if they are tied together at the beginning or not. And obviously
one of the main lines of the lyrics, which is "We're not your dolls, we are not your dolls." So it looks like some of the lyrics are going to be shown on the LED screens. Nathan, you're kind of agreeing with me in terms that you wouldn't be surprised if it didn't qualify. You're disappointed with their staging of the outfits, aren't great, need more colours. I guess they want to all be the same in uniform and in harmony, because I suppose they're singing in harmony. And yeah, Czechia, as I said, are currently 11th in the betting odds, but the winning chance is 1%. So it's funny actually when I'm looking at these betting odds, anything outside the top 10, in fact even UK, which is currently 10th, has a 1% winning chance of winning, and every other country under that has 1% chance of winning as well. So that's so interesting, or less than 1%. So I don't know how they rank these particularly, but Czechia is currently 11th as it goes. The best odds you can get on that is 81 to 1. That would be on a top 4 position, but I don't think they will trouble the top 4. I've got to be honest with you. I hope I'm wrong. I do hope I'm wrong, but it's just not amazing for me. So what are you seeing here on the chat? Of course, I'm broadcasting live here on Eurovision 365 YouTube channel and the Facebook group Eurovision 365 Debate. It's great to have you all here. Let me know your thoughts and comments on the rehearsals that we have seen today. So the photos that have been released and the short snippets on TikTok, please let me know what you think as well. Speaking of TikTok, we're still chatting a little bit about Czechia here. Speaking of TikTok, I did hear the performance of Czechia, of course. I think we probably all did, but it's vocally not great for me. Okay, so let's move on then, shall we, to song 4 today. The fourth country to take to the stage was the Netherlands, and that is Mia and Dion. Of course, they've actually revamped their song. It's an interesting revamp, because I don't think it seems to be a higher key for me, and I think that was done mainly for Dion's voice, particularly at the beginning of the song, but I think it's too high now, and I'm not loving the vocals. What I am loving, though, I have to be honest, from these photographs that we've seen today, there is a real intimacy with this stage, and it looks like they are together a lot. They're very close, I should say. They're very close together, and I think that is very, very beautifully staged. They're both dressed all in black. There's a moment there that I'm guessing that would be through the verse that you can see Mia singing a little bit of a distance away from Dion. But absolutely, for me, I think it's very, very pretty staging for the Netherlands. What Eurovision TV says is it's a sad and dreamy and uplifting all at the same time. Mia and Dion are on a small revolving stage, and it creates a beautiful effect as they move around each other against the backdrop of spotlights in the arena. According to Eurovision TV, they go on to say it's a complex camera setup and makes the performance feel really intimate. It's interesting, I'm reading that. That was something I said, wasn't it? There's a real intimate feeling to this performance, and I think that is probably going to be something that will help the Netherlands, actually. Quite possibly. Neon, you're saying just now that Netherlands is a non-qualifier. They look good, but the vocals aren't there. That's kind of what I'm saying, actually. I think it looks, from what we can see today, it looks really, really nice. But vocally, I don't think they're great. Nathan, you're saying love this song, very underrated. I've seen a video on Twitter when they sing at the end. I got goosebumps. This is my third of the year, but I hope they continue to improve vocals. So very much a divided opinion there on the Netherlands. Whenever I first heard it, actually, my first time hearing it, the rating I gave it was 5 out of 10, which is kind of middle of the road, and that's my thoughts about the Netherlands this year. It's very middle of the road. When they took the stage at Eurovision concert in Amsterdam, I could sense and feel the energy from the local people from Holland, who had a sense of nervousness about their performance. One person was actually going like this, sort of almost praying that it would go down well. They performed okay on the night in Holland, but I'm not sure. I wouldn't be surprised to see it not qualifying. That is my thoughts, to be honest with you. I don't mind to be proven wrong, but we shall see. Now, he's already said it. Nathan Cassidy is in the house, of course, and before we even got live, the first comment I saw was cha cha cha. So what better time than now to look at cha cha chaing and Karya. So Karya looks like the staging hasn't been changed very much from UMK, which I think is a good thing. I think the difference being, as you can see here on the second photograph I'm just showing, you can see that his pallets, the wooden pallets, looks bigger, and he stands on top of it now. And what I like as well is you can see there in the backdrop, you can see the shadow of Karya being projected onto the LED screens which I think is a very, very good move. There's one just to show that more from a wider angle. At first I thought it was akin to Jedward staging, where they had pre-recorded the LED screens, but actually no, it's actually coming from Karya himself. And some people had wondered, and some people hoped, that the cha-cha-cha dancers were going to be removed from the performance, but obviously, as you can see here, they have not, and I think again that's a good thing. It adds to the huge high velocity nature of the song, and I think it's a very, very good thing that they are keeping the cha-cha-cha dancers. The one thing I will say, well, I did notice today actually from the TikTok clip, because what it does, it shows you the performers coming onto stage just before they perform. And I have to say, Karya did look quite nervous. I got the sense that he was quite nervous going onto stage. There's a lot on his shoulders, I suppose. There's an awful lot of expectation on him. And the other thing as well with Karya, what I noticed with him is he hasn't stopped from he was selected at UMK a couple of months ago. He has continued to perform locally in Finland every weekend and has been giving it his all. In all the pre-parties, he's been giving it his all as well. But he looked quite nervous going on the stage today. And actually, when it came to the cha-cha dances, what I noticed as well, he missed his marker a little bit. It looked like. But yeah, I think Karya is going to be brilliant, and he is brilliant. I think he's an absolute great ambassador for Finland. He's a great ambassador for Eurovision, and he actually, for me, encapsulates everything that is great about Eurovision. That positive feel. He clearly, well, I'm getting the sense that he's loving his journey. He's loving representing Finland. He's loving every moment of the journey. And he has been video diarying, he's been vlogging the whole way through his journey. So you can't fail to notice that he is having the time of his life. It'll be just an amazing time for him if he were to finish top 3 or even win, as Neon says. Neon, I want Karya to win, so I'm nervous. I think he's nervous as well, and that's why I'm saying there's a lot of expectation and pressure maybe on him, and he's maybe feeling that. Nathan, you said, I was afraid it was going to be a copy and paste, but it's bigger and better. I'm still not a fan of the cha-cha dancers, but the staging is solid and it's not as tacky. Adam, you're saying, I do like the combination of lime green and bright pink in the Finnish entry. Absolutely very, very eye-catching. And certainly it's a performance that will be remembered and will be talked about. Of course, he's closing semi-final 1, so he is going to be in an amazing advantage, I would say, having the last performance there. I think what people want to say is there's a big finish to the final, to the semi-final 1. Yeah, pun intended. Finland is my runner-up of the year. Winner of the semi-final one. I'd be so happy if this wins. This should win the semi-final and will top the tally votes. Neon striking a nervous chord there. I have 2 worries: that he will fall off the box or get breathless from moving too much. Yeah, I think I would agree with you in terms of that. He is doing a lot, isn't he? He is all over the place. But I would say in response to that worry and concern that you have, Neon, he hasn't just started this performance, so the stage is a bit bigger than UMK. It's a bit bigger, albeit it's a lot bigger than the pre-party stages, but I do get the feeling that it's well packaged. As I said, the only thing I noticed was his nervousness that I felt going on stage. But you know what? I'd be nervous walking onto that stage for the first time as well, because it's so. I think reality hits for a lot of these performers, doesn't it? Whenever they get to Liverpool, when they get to the host city, when they get to the arena, when they do the sound check, and then when they finally get onto that stage right behind me here, it looks great in picture, but imagine stepping on stage knowing you have the hopes of your country on your shoulders. It's an amazing accolade. It's an amazing achievement, but also a big responsibility. I hope he doesn't fall off the box. Let's hope he doesn't. Yeah, I do. Obviously, like, the first rehearsals are to give the performers a chance to tweak things, and I think it'll be much tighter as well in the second rehearsal. So, where we're looking at Karya, let's remind us all of the little chat I had with Karya just at the Eurovision concert a few weeks ago.
Hello, how are you? There's a microphone for you.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
We're here with Karya, of course, from Finland.
Yeah, I'm a little bit tired because I'm not sleep so well, because we came here today and so early morning.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I don't have the time.
There's a lot of rehearsals to do, isn't there?
Yeah. But I'm so happy
Yeah.
because now I'm here and I'm waiting tonight.
Yeah.
And with what happens, because so many people come here watching.
Of course.
That beautiful things what
Yeah,
happen
yeah.
now in here, and I'm waiting.
Karya, were you expecting such a huge reaction to your song? Were you expecting such a huge reaction?
Not like this.
Okay.
But I'm waiting something good happens.
Yeah.
But I don't waiting that.
Okay.
But I take it.
What do you want people to remember you by? How do you want people to remember you?
Maybe just normal guy from Finland.
Yeah, no, okay. He likes to cha-cha-cha.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
I'm normal guy and I'm humorist
Yeah.
guy. Maybe like that.
Is it possible to get a cha-cha-cha? Would that be okay from you?
What?
Is it possible to do a cha-cha-cha? Would that be okay?
Do you want
you
to
do it?
dance or do you want to sing?
Yeah, sing it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Okay, are you ready? Yeah. Pidä kaksi käsi kiinni juomista niinku cha 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 ei. En mieti huomista kun tartun tuopista niinku cha 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 ei. Haluan olla sekasin ja vapaa huolista niinku cha 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 ei. Ja mä jatkan kunnes sen enää pysy tuolissa niinku wow.
Yay!
Thank you.
I'd like to give you 4-leaf clovers for good luck for
Wow.
Eurovision Song Contest. So
Wow,
I hope it
this
brings
is
you
beautiful.
luck. Yeah, I hope it
Thank
brings
you,
luck.
pins. Yeah, I love it. Maybe I have to put it here.
Maybe it will match. It will match. Yeah.
Thank you.
Perfect. There we go.
So that was Karya. He described himself as a normal guy from Finland and a humorist as well. And I think we could all agree with that. Karya said in an interview that he feels that he is carrying all of Finland on his shoulders and taking them all with him. So I hope he can manage those nerves. I think it's, like I said, it's normal to feel a bit nervous the first time you get on stage because then it's so real, isn't it? Pers, welcome to this live. Finland will win the televote you're suggesting, but juries is not looking good. It's hard to tell, isn't it, really, what will happen on the night. It's funny how we're not really talking so much about Sweden and Sweden topping the televote. I find that really, really interesting. So let's see, what else are we saying about Finland before we move on? Karja was breathing heavily when they went off stage. Yes, he's probably feeling the nerves now. I wish I could help him. Yeah, but you know what? I think it's a solid performance. It's bright, it's colourful, it's memorable, it's ticking a lot of fun boxes. You know, if you think of Moldova last year, different kind of song, but it's the type of song that people will vote for at home. I think Karja is the type of song that I would pick up my phone for and vote for. Very interesting. So that is Karja, and that was the end of semi-final one, the first rehearsals, that is. And today we saw, to begin with, we had Israel, Azerbaijan, Czech, Netherlands and Finland. And yeah, I think the standard performances from what I've seen today so far from semi-final one is Israel without a shadow of a doubt, and Finland, of course. But now let's move on to semi-final two. And the first performer today, of course, is Riley, and he's performing for Denmark, of course, with Breaking My Heart. You can see that he starts, I thought it was a little bit like Rosalind staging to begin with whenever I first saw it. You know, that kind of like the bedroom scene that she had last year. Obviously, there's just one segment there. There's not a front segment to Riley's. But yeah, so it starts off with him. It looks like a close shot, and the color scheme is reds to begin with, and then it moves on to pinks, and then finally we have the sort of lime green. It's very, very colourful, very, very nice colour scheme there, I would say, that Riley has. Of course, as I said, these photos are all courtesy of Eurovision TV, so I thank them, of course. So actually, also one more thing to add about Finland just before I continue to talk about Denmark. Apparently there's going to be pyros at the end, towards the end of Karja's performance. Apparently it's going to be a big firework finish, which would, obviously that would make sense with his cha 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 cha. So yeah, it's going to be very, very good. So yeah, Reddy, come back to Reddy here, I suppose. Let's see. Reddy has said that the costume he's wearing today is not what he's going to be wearing at the second semi-final. Apparently it's still being made. So I do hope that it's going to be ready on time for him when he gets to the semi-final. Yeah, so as I said, there's bright pinks, there's reds. Apparently that piece at the back that I'm just showing you here now is revolving, so it looks like a bit of weaving. He's alone on stage, what it looks like. And I suppose the good thing for Riley is the stage this year is a little bit smaller than we had last year. Nathan saying, love Denmark's song this year, great staging, but I hope he wears something different. Yeah, he's confirmed today that he is wearing something different, and as I said, it's being made as we speak, so hopefully it's going to be made in time. Vocally, what I saw today on TikTok, it didn't sound awesome, I've got to be honest with you. From what I heard, it was a little bit off, a little bit flat in places. I haven't wrote a song for Denmark this year. I'm not performing for Denmark this year, so I'm not here to be horrible towards Riley. But in terms of what I'm hearing vocally, it wasn't the best. But as I said, the colour scheme is very, very pretty for him. I do like it, and he has a huge following as well. Let's not forget, Riley has a big following on social media, so I'm sure he is going to be well supported. And in number 2 is Brunette, of course. And before I share the pictures from Brunette, let's have a look at a little chat I had with her at the Eurovision in concert in Amsterdam.
So we're here with Brunette. Thanks so much for chatting to me. I'm Podrick from Eurovision. Nice to meet you. The video of your song is fantastic. I love it. How much of that will you be able to recreate in Liverpool, do you think? Because the bell, you've got the big bells and all.
Oh, to be honest, I don't want to talk about that.
Okay,
much, but
you don't want to give too much away.
Yeah, it's going to be emotional.
Okay.
It's going to be, you are talking about the performance, right?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
It's going to be emotional.
Yeah.
And a little bit, you know, you're going to have a surprise there. This much.
Surprise? This much?
This much.
Wow. Of course, Rosalind has become a huge star
Right.
after, you know, her appearance at Eurovision last year on TikTok. So what are your hopes for this year from the contest?
First of all, Rosa's amazing.
Yeah.
She's my friend and I love her so much. And I'm really happy about that, about
Okay.
her. And my hopes, I'm worried about my performance right now, and I
Okay.
think that after that, what comes, it's going to be because of my practicing, you know.
Yeah. So there's
Yeah.
be a lot of rehearsing really from now to
Yeah,
to make.
rehearsing.
Yeah.
A lot of,
Armenia have a fantastic record at Junior Eurovision.
yeah.
What would it mean for Armenia to win the Eurovision this year with yourself?
Oh, I don't know.
What
David, tell
would it
something.
mean? Obviously, because you're very successful at the junior, so
Yeah.
I just wonder how it would be to win, you know, the Eurovision itself.
Yeah, it is a dream of me.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I think it's going to be crazy if I win.
yeah. I just Armenia love it so much.
Armenia, it's like, you know, we love family thing. We are really close to our families, and Eurovision is about, you know, all this cozy stuff like family.
Yeah.
And it feels home, you know.
Yeah.
That's why I think we
That's
love
the thing,
Eurovision.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Well, that's absolutely amazing. All I would say is,
Sorry.
that's okay. It's okay. This one is to speak to a star. Yeah. I just want to say to you, thanks for chatting to me.
Thank you.
I want to wish you the best of luck. There's one more wee thing. In 1981, Bucks Fizz won the Eurovision in Dublin, and one of the singers of Bucks Fizz was given a lucky charm. So it's like a clover. So I want to give you a little charm, a little good luck charm for Eurovision.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
I appreciate it.
I hope you do
Thank
well as
you.
well. All right. Thanks for chatting.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Perfect.
And that was Brunette. Brunette told me at Belgium, I've just seen Belgium on the screen here. Brunette told me that she was feeling nervous about the performance, but having seen the TikTok clip today, she has nothing to be nervous of. The colours are stunning. So you can see here that Brunette is appearing on stage with a kind of structure, like a screen that she is standing on, laying on, a little bit like Lorraine's, but actually looks more impressive, I would say. So you can see there that she begins the song. I think this is the beginning of the song. She's on her back, lots of swirling and beautiful colors on that screen that she's laying on, and as she said, she said it was going to be an emotional performance, and it looks like it's an emotional performance from the pictures that we've seen. As you can see, it looks like some kind of camera trickery, or it's being raised. It looks like she's standing kind of slanted actually, or sloping, and it's a really interesting look there. And it looks like the camera angles are going to be absolutely magnificent for Brunette. Obviously it starts slowly, almost like a ballad, a very soft piano ballad, and then of course you have the rap and the way the song builds and builds and builds. And this is the final photograph that I have from Brunette today. And yeah, let's see. Of course, these photos are courtesy, as I keep saying, of Eurovision TV, which we all have been able to see. So I obviously thank those Eurovision TV for being able to share that here. But yeah, Brunette looks absolutely stunning. I think she's wearing a lovely, lovely outfit. It's like a lovely white number. I'm not sure if that's actually what she'd be wearing on stage on the semi-final too. I'm hoping that is, but we shall see. So let's see. What are you all saying in the channel? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. As I said, broadcasting live here on Eurovision 365 YouTube channel and Eurovision 365 Debate Facebook group. Wherever you're watching this from, you're very welcome. Come on in, let me know your thoughts and the group's thoughts as well. So come on in, make some new friends and be part of it all. So what are we saying about Armenia here in the chat? Neon saying, I don't know if it was a good idea for Armenia to be alone on the stage. I was expecting dancers. I think maybe that is what she was hinting at when she spoke to me in terms of the intimacy, because if she's all alone on stage, that is obviously going to feed into that intimate overall aesthetic. Nathan, you're saying, I only saw a picture of the staging. Looks great, but I'm afraid that it'll be a non-qualifier. You have it as a borderline qualifier. She is copying Sweden. Maybe Lorraine took some inspiration from Lorraine. Sorry, maybe Brunette. Maybe Lorraine took some inspiration from Lorraine. Maybe Brunette took some inspiration from Lorraine. I think I would say it looks better than Lorraine, I've got to be honest with you. So let's have a little look here. I think I still have one from last night from Lorraine. So here you have the first picture there. There's Brunette from today. And do I have it? Yes, I do. And this is Lorraine from yesterday. Obviously, maybe that's not the best, the best comparative photo there, because that's a long shot and it's maybe not the best one to choose. But I would say Armenia seem to be winning that battle in terms of the staging, I think. But what do you think, people? Some people are thinking she's copying Lorraine. Some people are thinking it's strange. Kian, you're thinking it's a bit strange as well. Yeah. What I was going to say as well, what's been impressed on me watching and looking at the photographs so far is that there doesn't appear, with the exception of Brunette there and Lorraine, and probably even Luke Black, there doesn't seem to be an enormous amount of elaborate staging this year so far. I don't know if that is because of the capacity of the arena, of the stage, or whether there's been a rule placed upon the performers, or whether it's more logistics in terms of getting the equipment, the staging across to an island, because obviously Great Britain is an island. So there may be some logistical issues there. But yeah, hello to you in Baku. We've been chatting about Azerbaijan. So let me know your thoughts on Azerbaijan. So that was Armenia, and I think Brunette is going to do very well in the televoting. I know some people are saying about her being placed in second. Personally speaking, I don't think being drawn second in the semi-final is as big an issue as it would be for being in the grand final. I mean, what do you think? That's what I'm thinking. I mean, what do you think? Do you think being second in the semi-final is a curse? I just don't think it is for the semi-final. Perhaps in the grand final, but let's see. So, Pers, what you're saying is Lorraine looked good, but the background has to be fixed. It looks really cheap. Yeah. I think Armenia's staging looks a bit empty. Hopefully she'll still qualify. I'd be very, very, very surprised if Brunette doesn't qualify from the semi-final. And I suppose semi-final 2 is one of those semi-finals where anything can happen. It's such an open semi-final. I think semi-final 1 is an absolute bloodbath, isn't it? I think we're all agreed on semi-final 1 being a bloodbath, and it's a bit of a shame really that some songs that we maybe would want in the final won't qualify to the grand final from semi-final 1, whereas if they had been in the second semi-final, arguably they would. But continuing with semi-final 2, I'm now going to look at Romania, and of course that's Theodore. So apparently the number has been changed slightly from the national final. That's according to Eurovision TV. This is completely different from the recorded version, they say. The first half is stripped back acoustic with just Theodore on his guitar and powerful voice. The second half picks up the rock tempo to a performance that feels much more familiar, with Theodore bringing all the sass and energy, as well as a bonus dancer for a dramatic finish. So here are the stills from today from Theodore. Here's the first one. Here's the second. So that's showing and confirming what Eurovision TV are saying. So it starts with a guitar solo with Theodore on his own on that stage, with a blue background. He's wearing a bright yellow suit. Oops. He's wearing a bright yellow suit, and it's a very open jacket there, but he's wearing a yellow suit, and apparently he's got Pikachu socks as well, which I think is just cool as well. Those are his backing dancers, and then we have the fire on the LED screens towards the back, and I suppose that will be towards the end of the song, and just for the way he's standing there, I imagine he's doing that high note at the end. Cat Wilhelm, you've made me laugh there. I feel the same. There's a lot of songs I want to qualify from semi 1, and a lot that I couldn't give a tiny rat's bum about in semi 2. I've never seen a tiny rat's bum, but yeah, I get you. Romania is in a similar position to Azerbaijan, unfortunately, and the staging is all wrong, which is such a shame, as he is a great vocalist. Interesting you say that, because in terms of Theodore's vocals, I have to say at Eurovision concert, Theodore wasn't a performer I was expecting to sort of stand up and take notice of, but I really did. When it came to his performance in Amsterdam, he's very charming, he's a very good performer, he's very charismatic, and his voice is one of those that does actually make you stand up or sit up and take notice, and I think sounds really good. He's a great competent singer, like you were saying, Nathan. I just worry that maybe it won't do so well. Theodore is a great live performer. Thanks for commenting, Steve C. Speaking of Theodore, there's another Theodore. Hello. Welcome back to the live this evening. If you've just joined us, or if you are thinking or have just joined us, I'm broadcasting live across Eurovision 365 YouTube channel and Eurovision 365 Debate Facebook group. Yes. So what did you think about today? Well, we've just been chatting about the performances. We are up to song 8. Fidan, you're very, very welcome. Do you think our song will go to the final? Based on what I've seen today, I'm really going to have to say I don't think so. But you can never tell. One can never tell. I think what Azerbaijan has going for them this year is that Alex Panay is involved in the staging. He's involved with the group, and Alex Panay comes with great caliber. Of course, he represented Cyprus in 1985 as a duo in 2000. He sung on stage, kinda, with Helena Paparizou in 2005 when Greece won, and he has been very heavily involved with Azerbaijan and Russia throughout the Eurovision contest since his participation. So he does have a high caliber. He worked with Sergei, he worked with the 2019 performer from Azerbaijan as well, whose name escapes me. Yeah, but he has been very heavily involved with Azerbaijan, so that is a good amount of experience. In terms of Romania, Cat Willem saying, Theo has time to develop as a songwriter and his visual sense. I can see him coming back when he's older. Nathan's agreeing with you there. I'd love to see him in the future. I'd love to see him in a future Eurovision with a far better song. He's a great performer and a great vocalist. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, he's a great vocalist without a shadow of a doubt. As I said in Netherlands, I really stood up and took notice of him. Lovely message there for everyone taking part. Of course, good luck to all. Very nice message there, Fidan. And again, of course, you're very welcome here to this live. As always, great to see you here wherever you're watching this from. Let me know where you're watching this from as well. I'd love to know. Oh, hello there. I've been talking about Israel. You're very, very welcome. Israel is my winner at the moment, so I don't know, things could change, but Israel is my winner based on what I've seen. And actually, I placed a bet on Israel, and should Noah place in top 4, I'll be very happy. Yeah, and actually, only a Eurovision fan would be really excited by this. So I posted a picture of Noah today on Eurovision 365 Instagram, and it was saying, "Oh, I'm so glad I placed a bet on Noah Kirel," and Noah Kirel has viewed it. That's all she done. She just viewed it. But you know what? That tells you you're a Eurovision fan when you get excited about something like that. As insignificant as that, it becomes a huge deal when you're a Eurovision fan when one of the performers that you've name checked, looks at your post. And I don't know how I would have felt if she had shared it. I think it would have been over the moon. But yeah, Israel for me it looks like a winner. Yeah, Kat, you're unfortunately voting in semi-final too. That could be a tough one to call. But there's some great songs in semi-final too. Obviously you've got Australia, which I love. Cian, that's brilliant. You were the exact same. Isn't it funny how us Eurovision fans are? Father Ted, I think I know Father Dougal definitely didn't attend that college, Nathan. But yeah. Theodore, you're saying this might be quite an unpopular opinion, but I think the staging so far for some have been quite lackluster and just okay. Something I was actually saying before you came into the live tonight, Theodore, I think from what I've seen so far, there doesn't appear to be an enormous amount of elaborate staging. I don't know if that's because of some rules in place or where it's logistics and there's some issues with getting certain stage transported to the island, because obviously Great Britain is an island, so that could be part of the issue. But then saying that, the contest went to Israel, didn't it? And I don't know. It's hard to tell really, but there doesn't seem to be a lot. Can the staging change from now to the actual show? They are allowed to make some tweaks at this point. There's a second rehearsal for every country, and they're allowed to make tweaks from the first rehearsal. I believe this has been the case before, and I would think after today, when they've submitted those requests for changes, they can't change again. I think that's how it rolls. Excuse me. The other thing as well to note, that some people will not be wearing the outfits that they will perform in. One such case is Riley. Riley has said their costume is currently being made, so hopefully it's made in time. So yeah. So let me then talk about the 9th performance today. Of course, that was Gustav and Gustav. So reports around Gustav is that it has been amazing, and I'm not surprised by that. So here he is, dressed all in white with that, with his white hat on, and he's been flanked by his 3 backing singers. They of course are his friends. He said that he's so happy to be involved. He has his husband is in charge of the creative design, and he's singing along with his best friends. Gustav of course has good Eurovision caliber. He's been a backing singer of course. So he's got a lot of vocal experience. He is a vocal coach as well, so he knows his stuff. He looks very comfortable actually in these pictures, incredibly comfortable, and he is using the second stairwell of the contest so far. Of course, Conor Donoghue from Wild Youth in Ireland, he had a stairwell, and it appears that Gustav has as well. The LED screens look a little bit like what we've seen before in his national final performance in Eurosong Belgium national final. But Gustav is an incredible performer, I know that. I think he's absolutely awesome. What I like about Gustav, I've got to be honest with you, when it comes to Gustav, is that he has delivered vocally every single time I've heard him. He's a bit like Blanca Paloma in a way, and what I mean by that, let me clarify what I mean by that. He's a bit like Blanca Paloma in that he has nailed every performance I have heard him at. I know that the Liverpoolians, the English audience in the arena, will absolutely love that type of song. It's very, very good. It's a type of 90s song that Lisa Stansfield could have actually performed or could have released. I just know it's going to be one of those that's going to do well. In fact, Gustav will have been a very good opening act for the second semi-final. It kind of surprised me when he didn't open it, but that could be an advantage. I can't see Belgium not qualifying, I've got to be honest. But what are we all seeing here? Let's see. To be honest, I prefer Gustav's outfit in Eurosong. I quite like that he's wearing the white myself. And white's a very lucky colour as well to be wearing. I talked about pinks and blacks and whites that Noah Kirel is wearing. All white is very, very lucky. Johnny Logan, of course, won all in white. Dima Bilan, of course, won all in white. And there have been other, like Celine Dion, there have been quite a few performers who performed all in white and have gone on to win. So that's a lucky omen if lucky omens are your thing. Ken, you're saying on a different sort of note, not a lot of delegations using the LED screens. Maybe they're just not showing footage of the LED screens for the first rehearsal. I think you're right. They're using very tight angled photos for these, for what they're sharing with us. And again, that's to try and keep a bit of a tight grip on what's happening. And again, I know it's maybe not popular with a lot of other Eurovision fan sites, but I really think it's brilliant. I'm thinking of the performer, the acts. They need that space, they need that time to perfect their performance without the glare, if you like, of all of us saying, oh, that's not like, that doesn't look good, and that doesn't sound good, and that looks weird. It's up to them, I think, ultimately how their song should be performed. And I think it's great that we're getting a little bit, we're getting enough to keep us talking, keep me talking, but we're not getting everything. I'm really a bit of a surprise, don't we, as well? So Leon, you were saying I haven't heard it yet myself because I was preparing for this live and it wasn't quite up. There's a video of Belgium, he sounded like he usually does. They had some minor choreography. So Fidan from Azerbaijan is saying, cha-cha-cha, Karya. Nathan Kelsey, love Belgium, I need him to qualify. My guilty pleasure of the year, awesome singer. I might give him a DM for singing lessons. Adam Green, I have Belgium down as one of my 10 qualifiers at the moment on the 11th of May. Facebook user, I'm not sure what your name is, so if you're able to write a comment what your name is, so at least I know who I'm talking to. Israel and Finland for the win. Kane on a different note says that Gustav needs a more elaborate hat. What do you all think? Does Gustav need a more elaborate hat? Again, this may just be testing the outfits. He might have a couple of other hats in store. He is known for his hats, isn't he? Don't think I've ever seen him without wearing one actually. Okay, so what else are we saying? Thanks for keeping your comments coming, and it's keeping me company here as well. Yeah, Because of You really does sound like an early 90s throwback song. Absolutely does. Cyprus video out now, so I'm wondering, does that mean the Cyprus pictures are ready? Because I was hoping to get the Cypriot photos. Let's have a quick look here. Armenia looks good. No, the Cypriot photos aren't out yet that I can see. Oh yeah, actually I just noticed there for Belgium, he's wearing pink trousers on a white jacket with a pink vest and white hat, of course. Just looking at the video here of Gustav walking up those stairs to the stage. Imagine being performing for your country and walking up those stage. Be awesome, wouldn't it? Cyprus sounds amazing. He's alone on stage. He sounds great neon scene. I'm just waiting to get photographs of Cyprus because that would be the last one of the evening to look at. Okay, so we'll get the photos of Andre Lambrou. And you know what? What's really interesting for me, I spoke to Voyager at Eurovision concert, and one of the questions which I didn't ask but was meaning to ask was, I wondered how it felt for them, for Australia, to have two performers, two different nations being represented by an Australian. I think that's the first. I think I'm right in saying that's the first time that's ever happened. It'd be absolutely fantastic, I think, and a great thing for Andre Lambrou, of course, having not qualified last year from Australia decides, and of course for Voyager as well, to have those two performing. I bet Cyprus will go up in the odds tomorrow. Yeah, speaking of the odds, let's have a quick look at the odds to see if anything's changing. Just going to refresh the page here. So currently we have, let's see, I'll take a screenshot so you can all see it too, just bear with me. So do the top 15, okay? Sorry, do the top 12. So at least you can see then, hopefully on the screen. Here we go, just about to add. So you can all see what I'm seeing. There we go. Alright, stretch this so you can see it. Thanks for bearing with me here, people. Okay, so these are the betting odds as we speak, or as I speak. Hopefully you can make it out. Loreen obviously still way out in the lead. So Loreen, 44% chance of winning. Finland has 20% of winning. That has gone up from 16% yesterday. Ukraine, 5% chance of winning. I think that's gone down actually from yesterday. France is 5%. Spain is 4%. Norway is 4% still. That surprises me. Israel have gone up in terms of chance of winning, up to 3%, which isn't much in comparison to 44%. Austria is 2%. Italy and UK down there in 9th and 10th, as you can see. Interestingly, in the odds, we haven't heard Ukraine, France, Spain, Austria, Italy and UK within the top 10. I find that really interesting that they are still in that top 10 when we haven't actually heard them yet. I find that really interesting. So what's your thoughts on the odds there? So Fidan, you're saying Eurovision 2024 in Finland. I wouldn't be upset to see that, to be honest with you. I'd be happy enough to go to Finland. So Cian, you're saying it's strange to hear someone with an Aussie accent flying the Cypriot flag. I think it's absolutely fantastic to see that myself. I think it's great for the country that obviously loves the contest so much. So speaking, we're all chatting about Cyprus. So let me see. So I'll get the photos up for you now from what we can see. Oh yeah, here it is. Here's the first picture of, oh hello, it's all fire, isn't it? It all looks like fiery and brights and reds. Of course, the song is about you break a broken heart. So wow, that looks amazing, doesn't it? Fiery reds and blacks, and then there is blue, sort of blue colours there as well. And there's neon, as you've been saying as well. He's all alone on stage, and I think that's a really good thing. Yeah, photos courtesy of Eurovision TV. Thank them for that. So I like that. I actually like that shot there. It looks very powerful. Just looking at that shot, and we all know from having watched Australia Decides that Andrew Lambrou has a good singing voice. He's a very competent singer. Okay, so Adam, what you're saying is the song from Cyprus is not one that has grown on me. After listening to it several times, I'm sure Andrew Lambrou will make to the final easily. So, are the Cyprus photos out? Yeah, they are. Sweden, no. Finland, yeah. So, yeah, Nathan, you're saying on a different note, Marco sang in Germany on the Germany TV show. It was a flawless performance. I hope he'll get a top 3. I'd be very surprised, I'd see if Marco gets top 10. He might get top 10. For me, the Italian song is just another ballad, really, for me. I think Marco is a competent singer, of course he is, but it's a bit lackluster for me, I've got to be honest. So we have a question, group. We have a question. Which place do you think Israel will end up? What do people think? Well, I've already said I think Israel could win. I think also Blanca from Spain has a good chance to win. Sweden, of course, can't be discounted. Finland can't be discounted. And let's not forget, there are other songs out there which might, that we're not even considering as favourites, which might just jump up and jump over all those favourites. Okay, what are people saying? There's a question. What place do you think Israel will end up? What are we saying? Israel 10th to 15th place. Okay, interesting. Israel, Noah Carell doesn't seem to be a huge favourite among fans. I'm not sure the reason for that. I don't know if people think it's... I'm not sure if it's because people are thinking it's a bit like Chanel, because I've seen that a lot in comments on different social media sites today, you know, watching the performance that we saw from Noah. I don't know if people think it's too much like Chanel, it would take a bit of a copy. I think it's fantastic. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. The use of red in Cyprus, we're talking about Cyprus again. The use of red in Cyprus reminds me a little of the red in Portugal, but are completely different contrasts. Yeah. This is actually one of my favourite pictures from today, I've got to be honest. I think that is just really class. Andrew Lambrou, I think, is dressed in black. Yes, he's dressed all in black. I don't know if that's what he's going to wear on the actual evening, but it looks really cool. He looks really cool. kind of like an open top he's got. But yeah, very, very good. I think Cyprus will do very well this year. I'll be honest with you, it's not a song I would listen to an awful lot. But talking of Marco again, we're talking about Italy. Let's see what you're saying. Marco is going to stand out. There's a lot of male ballads this year. There's not a lot of male ballads this year, especially if Switzerland don't make it into the final, though he's looking strong after yesterday. Yeah, I'd be very surprised if Switzerland don't make it to the final. For me, Italy's song is so beautiful. This is what Nathan's saying. I understand the viewpoints that people may find it boring. He's an excellent performer and has yet to make any mistakes. Italy will do a great job with the staging. And Marco, I hope Marco gets to see how much support he has from you, Nathan. I really do. Yeah, of course, he has Eurovision experience. Of course, having performed for Italy 10 years ago. Back to the question about placings or suggestions about where Israel will place. Kat's in feeling lower left for Israel. Nathan is reckoning that Switzerland are sure qualifier, arguably the best vocalist of the year. Yeah, he's a fantastic vocalist, absolutely fantastic vocalist, great singer, absolutely. In terms of male vocalists, I would say, yeah, he's one of the best out there, for sure. So yeah, it's quite a hectic schedule for these performers. So that has been day 2 of rehearsals, and all of the songs today, all of the performers, it's been their first time on stage. They've been allotted 30 minutes each on stage. What's happening right now in Liverpool from 6 till 8 o'clock, actually it's just finished. They were rehearsing the opening and interval acts. Tomorrow, Tuesday 2nd of May, starting at 10:30 GMT, Estonia will take the stage, as will Iceland, Greece, Poland, Slovenia, Georgia, San Marino, Austria, Albania, Lithuania and Australia. And then on Wednesday 3rd of May, we are back. That's a really, really packed day. That is such a packed day. On Wednesday the 3rd of May, we have Norway, Malta, Serbia, Latvia, Portugal, Ireland, Croatia, Switzerland, Israel, Moldova, Sweden, Azerbaijan, Czech, Netherlands and Finland, all having their second rehearsal. That is a hugely busy day. But of course their time on stage is reduced from half an hour which they have initially for the first rehearsals down to 20 minutes for the second rehearsals. And then on Thursday, second rehearsals for Denmark, Armenia, Romania, Estonia, Belgium, and then first rehearsals for Germany, France, Italy, Ukraine, Spain and the UK. And the hosts are going to be rehearsing on Friday. It doesn't feel like Friday this week. It feels like this is Friday in 2 weeks' time, but it's going to be Friday this week. The second rehearsals will be taking place for Cyprus, Iceland, Greece, Poland, Slovenia, Georgia, San Marino, Austria, Albania, Lithuania and Australia. Then on Saturday there's going to be the Big Five plus Ukraine will be rehearsing for the second time, and then they'll be taking time to rehearse the interval acts. So there's going to be 4 interval acts according to the rehearsal structure. And then obviously on Sunday we have the turquoise carpet, the opening ceremony, which Eurovision 365 will be attending, will be broadcasting live throughout. I am really excited to meet some of these performers for the second or third time, some for the first time, and I'll be live there. If you're watching and able to watch live as we are, if you want to have any questions asked to the people coming past us, I can't guarantee I'll be able to ask the question you ask, but I will, if I can, get some shout outs for you and maybe get a question to them if I can. Okay, so what are we saying? Austria and Slovenia are serious dark horses of the year. Slovenia is brilliant. They have performed brilliantly from the word go. They've got so much fun. They're bringing so much fun as well. And I think when a group is having fun, and when it's very noticeable that they're having fun and just enjoying the ride, the audience at home can connect with that. I connect with that. I'm sure you connect with that. When there's a sign of desperation, like I want this, I need this, I really want to win this, that comes across as well. I'm thinking of Destiny there from Malta in 2021. There was a real, for me, a bit of a desperation in that performance. And that came across. If Destiny had just been enjoying herself and having fun, which she seemed to have at the semi-final, I have to say, not so much in this final. If she had recreated the semi-final performance, I think she may have done better. That's just one example. There are many others, of course. Let's see. Why has Estonia been missed out today in the running order? I think it's because they're rehearsing tomorrow. They are the first to rehearse tomorrow. So 10:30 here. For us, 11:30 for Central European time. Alika will take to the stage and perform. I think Alika is a stunning vocalist. I think she's a great singer. It's a song for me that I don't love so much. I love the end. I absolutely adore the end. We have to wait like almost 3 minutes for that. Okay. I'm looking forward to Austria tomorrow. It's my favorite this year. I love those girls. I wonder if they ever opened that champagne I gave them. They didn't give me any, but I was kind of hoping that they would. But let's see. The carpet is on Sunday. I think it goes live at 3 p.m. and it's going to be broadcast on BBC One. For the first time ever, it's going to be broadcast live on BBC One. And then there's going to be a party afterwards. And then there's Euroclub. And then it's going to be just so much fun. School is going to ruin my enjoyment of the rehearsals tomorrow. I was going to say something there, but I'm not. But yeah, you'll enjoy it all the more when you come home from school, Cian. Yeah, and you can come on the live tomorrow evening. Not sure what time I'm going to be going live tomorrow, but I will be going live again. If that's cool with you all, of course, I will be going live again tomorrow, sharing my thoughts on what we have presented to us from the EBU, from BBC, from the third day of rehearsals. Again, I'm sort of sitting here thinking, I'm going to Liverpool on Sunday. I can't believe I'm going to Liverpool on Sunday, and I can't believe I'm going to be in the arena for the semi-finals. I'm so excited. The other thing as well, just to mention, I mentioned it last year. The other thing I want to mention as well is that when it comes to the jury final, that's on the Friday night. I'll be back from Liverpool on the Friday night. I want to be back home for the final, so I'm going to be back here on Friday, and I'll be sharing with you everything that's happening on the jury final. I have accreditation for that, and I will be sharing everything. I can't obviously share any images or any sounds from it, but I will share with you all that's going on in the jury final, so at least then you have a bit of an idea of what's going on, and I'm really excited to hear that as well. It's mad to think that Turin was this time last year. I know. It's crazy. It's party. Did you say the Eurovision 365 meet and greet in Liverpool will be on Wednesday, 10th of May? I did indeed say that. I haven't confirmed yet the venue because I haven't picked one yet, but I will pick a venue in Liverpool on the Wednesday. It will be the Wednesday, the 10th of May, probably around 3 o'clock because that's a bit of a quieter time. I think the afternoon show will be the afternoon show will be finished by that time. But maybe 3 or 4 o'clock, one or the other. And venue to be confirmed. But anyone who's watching this on either YouTube Eurovision 365 or the Facebook group Eurovision 365 Debate will be very, very, very welcome to come and join us there. There may be some pina coladas. I'm going Monday and it feels like I'm going in 4 weeks. I know. It's so funny. The disaster production that was Turin. Do you know what I think? I think the stage was phenomenal. I think it was class. I think it's going to be class. I thought it was class, the stage. I actually think the whole viewpoint of Eurovision by the locals wasn't great. It's like, what's happening? Yeah. Oh, is it? Yeah. Eurovillage wasn't great. I've got to be honest with you. My experience of Eurovillage was pretty awful. Queued. Felt like I wasn't going to get in. Felt like we weren't going to get in. Then we did get in. We couldn't get a drink for love nor money. Food, not even talk about food. Although what I would say for it, it was a great fast area. It was very, very good. But I don't think that, and Kane, you just said what I'm about to say. There was no buzz. I think they were indifferent to it. I think the locals were indifferent to it. And that's maybe because they're used to a lot of people coming. Turin is unrated. White people shade on it so much. Eurovillage was so bad I didn't get in. I loved the food there. Did you get food? What did you get? What did you happen to get? Did I get food? Did I? I don't think I did. I actually don't think I did get food. Could forever to get a drink, that was very important. That was more important for me than the food. Could forever. And by the way, what I'm saying is I'm not attacking Turin as a city. I would obviously go back to Turin. It's a class city. The food there, outside of Eurovillage, because I don't know what the food's like in Eurovillage, but the food around Turin was amazing. You know, the hospitality in the restaurants was great. You know, I can't knock that, and I won't knock that. Some Eurovision club in Liverpool. I want to have my own unique one, but that's a great suggestion. Thank you, Neon. I want to have one just apart, separate from that. I will of course be dropping in and with the OGAE Ireland club. I'll be checking in with them. That's a bold statement. I love the food. So, Adam, you have booked an extra night for the Eurovision Celebration Week, so I'm now staying in Liverpool from Sunday evening through to Thursday afternoon. Oh, that's great. You're going to have the most amazing time. Nathan, you were in your natural habitat. Nothing but pizzas and pasta and ice cream. I was in my natural habitat. I don't even think I had pizza either. I had pasta all the time. But it was delightful, absolutely delightful. City's amazing, but I just think it was the overall sense of whatever. I don't think that will happen in Liverpool. In fact, I know that won't happen in Liverpool because Liverpoolians are known for their hospitality. They're known for their fun, and they have waited for a long time to have something as significant and as major, as important as the Eurovision Song Contest. And whilst I'm very sad that's not in Belfast, I really hoped it would be, I think Liverpool will do an awesome job. And not even Liverpool, and in addition to Liverpool, the BBC have a whole host of things lined up. €4 for a 12-inch pizza, great value. I lived on ham and cheese toasties and bottled water at Turin. Oh my goodness. Oh no. But anyway, my friends, it's been so amazing having you all here joining me live again tonight. As I look back at the second day of rehearsals, I will be back again tomorrow, and I hope to see you all tomorrow evening. I'm not sure what time you will truck food for the win. I'm not sure what time tomorrow evening. It could be 8 p.m, it could be 9 p.m. I'm not sure. I'll be working tomorrow evening, so I'm not sure exactly on the time. But I will be very much excited to look at day 3 of the. Yeah, I'm not sure what time, Nathan. It could be 9 p.m. It could be earlier. Just because I'm working tomorrow evening, so it depends what time I'm finished up at. But I will be back tomorrow evening, and the message will go out in time, so you'll see the time, etc. When I go live. But until then, I hope you all have an awesome, I was going to say Tuesday, an awesome Monday evening. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks so much to you all for joining me. Leon, good night to you. And thanks for the crack, mate. No problem at all. Thank you for being here, mate. And hopefully you can join us tomorrow. And as I said, we will be somewhere in Liverpool on a Wednesday, 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. for a bit of a meet-up, a bit of crack in person. And on this next Wednesday, not this Wednesday, next Wednesday. This Wednesday, obviously, there's more rehearsals. I'll be broadcasting live throughout this week, and I'm absolutely loving it. So anyway, for now, you all amazing people, thanks for being here, and I will see you all very, very soon. Take care of yourselves.